if, let's say I'm going up to KL, if I had this Vellfire, I would rather sit in a Vellfire than sit in an airplane. Now, we've heard the term limousines in Asia. Now, if you're thinking about traveling in style, you're thinking about a car like this, maybe the Toyota Alphard. It's a very common sight and it's well earned in its name. But the car that we have here today is not the Alphard, but the Toyota new Vellfire Hybrid. And Toyota says that this is the new flagship MPV, and we're gonna find out why. Today's episode is made possible by Castrol. Advances in engine technology have led to increased power and efficiency, meaning engines work harder and under higher pressures than ever before. Never before has engine oil played such a key role to deliver performance. The challenge is to maintain high performance levels expected by drivers while engine technology adapts to meet the demanding legislative limits. Castrol Edge is an advanced full synthetic motor oil that is stronger under pressure. It unlocks your engine's performance and efficiency to deliver more power with the same fuel. Castrol lets you unlock more performance. To find out more about Castrol Edge, click on the link in the description below. Now we'll find out more about this Vellfire Hybrid. Now if you watch the Alphard video review right here, you'll see that this is almost as big, but in fact this is bigger, or at least it seems bigger. It measures in at 5 meters by 1.9 by 2 meters. So this really is very hulking, and in this color configuration white, it really makes it stand out even more. Now moving down to the front grille, you get these speckled trims, very nice, and then they blend in with the LED headlights as well as cornering lamps somewhere inside here. Also fitted inside are sequential turn LEDs. Very huge Toyota logo which matches the rest of the car, and of course all your safety systems and a nice little chrome lip on the bottom. Now this Vellfire will come in a single trim with 19-inch rims. You're going to find your 360 camera housing here, and in very true Toyota fashion they have a little special logo just for this model itself. Curiously, if you look here, it kind of looks like an L shape. Now moving down, very nice window trims, very huge. Now one thing that's hidden and very subtle is the way the door track hides inside here. So of course, this being a premium luxury MPV, your door will open automatically with a sliding track hidden inside here. Another thing that's hidden is your boot controls. It isn't somewhere down here, but rather to the side. So you open up the boot like this. Now over by the rear, you have a huge rear wing, and it also doubles up as a hiding place for the rear wiper, which is really neat. You get this all the rage right now, a rear line across the light with the car's light, Toyota logo, as well as a new Vellfire moniker. Now inside you're going to find 110 liters worth of boot space. Those are with the third row seats up, but you can see we can still shift the seats in front a little bit such that there is space for the anti-trolley as well as the luggage. Now of course, if you want to extend your boot space, you can always knock down the third row seats. Now these seats look rather hefty, don't they? But it's very easy to put them down. All you have to do is pull this, and then you secure this, and there you go. You have plenty of space to put stuff inside. The Toyota Vellfire Hybrid is priced at $376,000. The 2.5-litre naturally aspirated hybrid powertrain produces a combined power output of 247 brake horsepower and 239 Nm of torque. The CVT transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km per hour in 9.4 seconds. The Toyota Vellfire Hybrid has a claimed fuel consumption of 17.2 km per litre. For more details on the Toyota Vellfire Hybrid or any other car, head on to Sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now in terms of amenities in the third row, you're going to have 2 big seats that look like they're for 2, but they can actually accommodate 3 headrests as well as a third seat belt up here. In terms of amenities, you're going to get cup holders right here, a side shade controller so you can have it open or close, and also USB-C fast charging. You're also going to get dedicated third row aircon, which is very important for Singapore's climates. Now if you are in the mood for sunnies, you can actually store them up here. So overall it is, I think, quite well done, and the finish right here still feels very premium. It's still a good place to sit, although you're probably going to have to stuff the smaller people back here, but still overall I wouldn't complain too much because it's still a very comfortably and well thought out space. You feel cared for right here. Oh, one more thing that I missed out, it really gives the Vellfire like an airline feel. You really feel like you're inside the airline cabin. So you get actually a book light right here that you can actually swivel to the angle that you want to read your book at. So this little light is swivelable, and you also get lights that come in different levels. So if it's at night and you want a little bit of rest, yeah, you still want a little bit of light, you get this little soft light Or if you want stronger lighting, you can just go for the full-on light blast right here. Fantastic. And if you want to get out of the third row, you can simply push this button and the chair will recline so that you have more space to get in or out of the car. Really good stuff. And another thing, so this is the third row adjusted for the luggage behind this seat, and it is a manual shift. So if you have nothing behind, you want more leg space, you can actually extend it. If not, then you can have actually more space for your back to lean back. So whichever is up to you, very, very comfortable space. Now over in the second row of the Vellfire Hybrid, if you think you know captain seats, well, you don't know stuff yet until you've seen this. There are grab bars everywhere for you to get on, and even hooks inside the grab bar. The top is also soft touch material. You have dedicated aircon right here, as well as aircon controls, a light strip which you can change the color of the ambient lighting. You have your roof opening as well right here, and if you want privacy, escape from the heat, you can also pull this down all electronically. Now that's not all. You still have your aircon in the middle, a 3-pin plug, and a very deep cubby bin right here that can take things all the way inside. A little magazine holder right here, and that's not all. A little cup holder here that you can hide away with a touch of a button. You have your seat controls here, ventilated as well as heated, and if you want to massage your seats, you can do so from this detachable handheld. And I'm just gonna adjust it to go all the way into a max relaxing position right here, all electronically controlled from this tablet right here. So imagine if you're on the road for a 2-hour drive and you're just relaxing behind. You can kick your feet up, you can recline the seats, and then you can even turn on the massage function from this tablet right here. And I'm just gonna enjoy this. If it's time to go back to work, you can just push a button and everything will go back right into place. And then you just lock away the handheld right here, and it's back to work. And if you want for a little table, you can pull this out to rest your things on. So this is really a fully customizable, very, very comfortable, very, very luxurious space. Now, once inside the cockpit of the Toyota Vellfire, it is very plush. It is very fine. You get all these very dark accented wood trimmings, and I think they fit in very nicely with this new modern look of the Toyota steering wheel. Everything feels very fine, like your felt interior up here, everything is soft touch, the leather here, and then the grey stitching, and of course power button here, very reminiscent of certain other cars. Then you also get all these smoked metal trims out here. It really makes the space feel very, very cozy, yet very, very elegant. And it really pushes the Vellfire to be a lot more upmarket. Now, it being an MPV is full of utility. So things like your sunglasses holder. Here you have many, many controls here for the side shades, for the ones in the rear, roof shades for the ones behind, door controls, tailgate controls, and then you also have cup holders all around. So here, right here, down the center, underneath this huge infotainment touchscreen display, you have 2 big cup holders, and then also a divider so you can put your car key right here, or if you want your handphone. If you don't want to put it there, you can also put it in the wireless charger. Now you have a very nice modern gear shift, also coming from other Toyotas and Lexuses, and of course brake auto hold, eco mode, EV mode, as well as an electronic parking brake. Now moving down here, again a very familiar cubby space here that opens both ways that you see in certain other cars. Very deep here, you get 12-volt charging, USB-C, as well as a HDMI port. Up here you get a rear view mirror that is also digitalized. So if for the purposes of this car, if you're gonna rely on your rear view mirror, you're not really gonna see much, because first of all, the vantage point is rather high, and second of all, if it's filled to the brim with people, you have 6 people in the rear, you're hardly gonna see a thing out of your rear view mirror. So this digital one is very, very welcome. Now this huge infotainment system is also very reminiscent of another brand. You get your aircon controls here for the temperature, very nicely designed. I like the way they've upgraded their UI UX design so much. Everything looks so pleasing to touch. Everything is fantastic. Now, I believe it has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but one of it is wired and one of it is wireless. So the car being 5 meters long and 2 meters wide, 2 meters tall, it is going to be a headache to maneuver, but thankfully you have your 360 camera system with a dedicated view button right here. So no matter what screen you're in, one push of a button and there you go. You can maneuver around tight spaces, never have to worry about scratching your car on the side of the wall. So the instrument cluster comes in a new design. I can see elements of some of the design from the Toyota Corolla Cross, but overall it's a lot improved from the Alphard of the previous generation. Now on the steering wheel, you're going to get your audio controls right here, as well as controls for your ADAS, so Toyota Safety Sense, all your smart cruise control, lane keeping assist, they're going to be right here. Pedal shifters if you want a little bit more oomph when you're driving. Now one thing that I didn't really like about the cabin right here is your glove box. It is really restricted. That seems to be the max length that you can pull it out, but I don't think it's that big of a deal when you have a massive cubby space right here, as well as more space down here. Now, does this car drive as well as it looks? One way to find out. So, driving the new Toyota Vellfire Hybrid, what does it feel like? Well, for the figures, this is powered by a 2.5 litre naturally aspirated engine paired to a hybrid system producing some 247 brake horsepower and 239 Newton meters of torque, doing 0 to 100 in 9.4 seconds. 9.4 seconds considering that this is a 2.2 ton vehicle. Now, I've driven the Alphard and reviewed it earlier in a video here or here. This feels faster, this feels a lot torquier. So, first of all, in normal driving, it's gonna be very tame. This creature is gonna be very happy driving from 0 to 60 in city roads because of that very mature Toyota hybrid system. Of course, it's definitely, I feel, one of the best ones that we have in the market so far. Very seamless in EV mode, and because this is 2.2 tons again, EV mode is only going to take you so far, but still it's a very seamless transition between EV and when the engine kicks in. Now, of course, you have on your charge eco power meter, you can see the line at which once the power bar goes past that, the engine kicks in, but it's a very seamless transition. But it's very lovely that they've included a sport mode as well as pedal shifters, so when you do want to give it the beans, you can feel that instant torque available readily. Right now we are doing 90 on the highway and it is able to cruise very quietly, very efficiently. It feels very peaceful. And now, while I have my hands on the steering wheel, I actually have my active cruise control activated because Toyota cars right nowadays, everything from the Yaris Cross up to this new flagship MPV, everything comes with Toyota Safety Sense. So I can actually do this, and we're going along a bend with active cruise control, but of course you have to keep your hands on the steering wheel at all times. But as you can see, the car was navigating the curve by itself, and then of course active cruise control keeping a safe distance from the car ahead. Now I feel that this is particularly very important feature for this car, because a car like this, a 7-seater luxury cruiser, is something that you are gonna want to take on long trips. Now this car is gonna be for the taukeis, for the big bosses to sit behind and wind down the privacy screens, close the sunshades, and just do their work. There's even a power point in the back so that they can charge up, and it's going to be very comfortable. Now, this is a car that you want to be driven around in instead of being the one doing the driving. Now, not to say that driving is horrible. I am actually loving this. I've been driving it for the past day or so. It's a very comfortable, very plush feel. It's got all the things that you love about it in a Lexus. Driving this car actually kind of makes me feel like I want to be a long-haul driver, like a taxi driver or a PHV driver, because I just want to keep driving this car. It's so comfortable, even as the driver. You are piloting this huge living room of a car. Going on 90, it's no problem. I bet going 110 on the North-South Highway up to Malaysia, it's no problem at all. In fact, this car, when they came out, during the media launch, they branded it together with something like a first-class experience, and I can totally get that, especially so in the second row with the captain's seat, where you can recline all the way with ventilated seats, with massage functions, and then you can get all your privacy features, all your side table, cup holders. Now, to put this into comparison, if, let's say I'm going up to KL, if I had this Vellfire, I would rather sit in a Vellfire than sit in an airplane. That's the amount of features, the amount of usefulness that this Vellfire brings to you. It is the new standard for a luxury MPV, and I am just so taken with this. Like, yes, the caveat is that this is a step above in terms of price. If you look at the older generation, the previous generation of Vellfire Alphard, it is a slight bit more expensive, even when you take into account the current COE climate. But it's worth it, because it's not just they've raised the price, but they've delivered so much more inside this new Vellfire. Like, if you gave me the choice of an old Vellfire and this new Vellfire with all its bells and whistles, with its new price, I would take this any day. This is the new peak of luxury. And if we're coming to this topic, let's talk about competitors, right? We have pretty much nobody. That's it. Your competitor is the Toyota Alphard, but Vellfire is the new flagship. The way they've done up this Vellfire is, this is a luxury. This is a luxury product. It is just so well done. And then let's say you forgive whether it's a luxurious car or not. You're just purely looking for comparison's sake. You're looking at competitors only. Let's say you're looking at a 7-seater luxury car. What are you looking at? Say, let's say it's not this MPV space, it's the BMW X7. Well, that's going to be, of course, very spacious as well as a BMW, but the price is a league of difference. So this car is, that's nothing much to go about. This is the one you want to get. If you need a luxury 7-seater, this is the one to get. Now, I guess that brings me on to my next point. Is this a will buy, won't buy, or go try? I have to say that this car is a definite will buy, because yes, it's a price above the previous generation, but it's in a league of its own. There are no competitors, and whether as a driver or as a passenger, I'm gonna be very, very happy to drive this. And trust me, this is one of those cars where you have to test it for yourself, and then you, oh my god, they've come so much in this generation of change. And that's why this Vellfire is a will buy. So that's it for our review of the Toyota Vellfire 2.5 Hybrid. What do you think? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know down in the comments below, as well as any other car that you'd like to see us try out. Do leave it in the comments and I'll read every single one of these. Now, if you've made it this far, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to us, and hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of our future uploads. And lastly, do follow us on TikTok. We are at Sgcarmart. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. So, driving the new Toyota Vellfire. Oh, hello, didn't see you there. Okay, after this, uncle take his time merging. Okay, uncle, okay, the whole world wait for you. Okay, it's okay.